Alright, really should do this video on the way back, but it's too dark when I go back. And I am sort of in a hurry, so I'm going to walk a little faster and talk a little faster, and it'll be horrible and you'll hate the video. Great. Anyway, conference report. Did want to respond to his video where he was talking about the fact that somehow we have to extract the passion from, you know, our lives or something to do the controlling reproduction thing, which I just don't get why intelligent people have to keep making connections between sex and babies, because there really isn't much of a connection anymore. I mean, there's really a whole bunch of people that have babies without having sex, you know. So we know we know what causes the baby part, and we can prevent it in a whole myriad of ways. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to have really good sex without making a baby. And so I really, you know, this argument just is so empty to me. All right, now whether or not people, especially maybe women, have some desire to raise children or some desire to, you know, have a progeny, a thing, you know, their little creation thing. I mean, yeah, I know there's some guys who are, you know, they live for that kind of stuff. Like somehow that's proves they have a dick or something because they made a kid, and that's their ego problem, in my opinion. It's not something you'd talk about as being something real to you know, human satisfaction or actualization. I mean, if somebody's going to actualize their life by saying, "Oh, my life doesn't mean anything if I don't, you know, leave a piece of my genetics behind," I mean, it just seems so ignorant and lame. You know, I mean, it's just, I don't know, sorry. I don't mean to be trivial about it, because, yeah, people have passions for things, but it's like having a passion for Barbie dolls. I mean, get over it, okay? That's one you can get over. You can work that one in your head a little bit and flush it out of there. It's not like needing food. It's not like a warm house or a comfy chair. I mean, this is a thing you can live without if you just do a little work on your psychology. It's just complete crap, in my opinion. It's made of nothing but ego. I mean, just obvious. So anyway, it just seems to, I mean, it seems a weird tripping point for a conversation about, you know, the human race finding something else to do with their time besides putting kids on the rickety roller coaster. And as I've kind of explicitly said, if they're going to do it, if they're going to be obsessed with having children, then their obligation is not to borrow their money. Their obligation is not to sentence them to 30 years hard labor to pay their bills. That would be sort of their obligation, wouldn't it? So, I mean, it just seems like a preposterously empty statement for the human race to say we need to reproduce when they're doing it in such an irresponsibly sloppy way. I mean, that just makes it sound, I mean, it just seems preposterous. How could they be taking it seriously when they so obviously don't take it seriously? You know, I mean, how could they be cherishing this thing they're going to do, this reproduction, when they do nothing to make the bed that kid's going to lie in? So, it's a pile of shit. It's just pure ego crap. It's pure, I just want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I want something to unconditionally love me because I'm a scumbag. And, you know, even Hitler's kid would probably have loved him. And I don't know what the fuck's going on in people's heads, but it's all bullshit. There's nothing real there. It's just so obvious how unserious they take the responsibility of being responsible for another consciousness. It's like they don't even think about it being another consciousness. They think about it like it's a dog. It's a pet. You know, I'm gonna have a dog that talks. You know, that's all they're doing. You know, it really is pitiful when you think about it. You know how horrified they are by the responsibility they're taking on because they don't even recognize the responsibility. Oh no, all I gotta do is put water in its dish and throw some kid chow in there, and I've done my job. And oh yeah, it'll shit on the carpet once in a while, and I'll clean that up, but no big deal. And it'll bite a neighbor now and then, but that's no kind of big deal. Yeah, well, maybe it'll rape a 16-year-old girl, but you know, we'll get him out on technicality in court. It'll be okay. It's just fucking bullshit. So anyway, it really has absolutely nothing to do with the philosophical truth again. So we're sort of back to that. Like, is philosophy supposed to be tailored to our conditioning and our desires and our passions? That was exactly my point. Is that, yeah, the passions are great, and you live for that shit. And it's what you have to use it to make you do anything in the world. There has to be passion for you to do, but you can't let the passion do the thinking. I mean, it really isn't that complicated. Brain for thinking, penis for fucking. You just don't mix up these job titles, you know. You don't try to pump blood with your liver, and you know, whatever the other, you know, gut analogy would be. But yeah, I mean, this is, when we're going to describe our reality, we have to separate ourselves from the monkey and the lizard and the passionate organism that's driven by a completely subjective, selfish motivation. There's no point in having a conversation about reality in that context, because what you desire is not real. It's an illusion in your fucking head. The fact that you desire is real. That we have to deal with. Yeah, so I went through this other crap before, so I won't be redundant this time. Anyway, let's see if you say anything else in that video. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know if there was something else. But whatever. I mean, again, I'm just going to go back to the argument. The catch in this whole thing is that the way the game is made, you can't play your part. You know, unless you're a mountain man or something, without fucking around with other people's consciousness, without influencing and affecting them. And that requires responsibility. That doesn't, and then part of the responsibility is to protect that other person from your selfishness, to guide your selfishness through without doing, you know, violating the Jefferson principle of trespassing on somebody else's space. And you're fucking trespassing. You know, when you decide to inject another consciousness into the game, you're imposing, fucker. And if you're going to do that imposing, you got to do it with a very sober fucking mind. And if you're not going to, then you're fairly called a motherfucking cunt asshole. You're nothing but a drunk driver. Okay, you have no business playing the life game, because you can't do it fairly and responsibly. Yeah, something like that. I think it's supposed to be sunny today. Well, at least mostly or partially. And this is not doing too much for me here. It's dark before I'm even got to where I gotta go to do what I gotta do. God damn it. Tree shit falling. Ow! Fucking acorns! God damn it. Stop it! Alright, I have to remember where that tree is. Ow! No, that didn't hurt. That was just a leaf. It's funny how you do that. You know, when something just hurts you, and then something comes up and touches you later, you're still like, owie. And so you say something like, ow, and it, you know, it's like a piece of paper. It's funny. So anyway, it's caught on film. Yeah, this is really enough. Alright, so I think I will... Acorns are falling a long way, man. They're hitting the ground hard. Alright, yeah, I think that's it. Should have worn my hat. A hat. Oh, look at it. Oh, you can't see it probably. Little deers in the field doing their deer thing. Yeah, somebody will be shoving arrows in them soon. Alright, that's really enough of a video. Okay, so till the later and such.